And breaking news tonight on the WHAS11 night team. Authorities have found the body of the man who allegedly killed 18 people in a shooting in Maine. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the night team. I'm Isaiah Kim Martinez in for Doug Proffitt. Authorities made the announcement late tonight after a 2-day search for Robert Card. Police say they found the body at a recycling center in Lisbon, Maine, where Card worked. Officials say Card died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And tonight, the city of Lewiston and the state of Maine begin to move forward on what will be a long and difficult road to healing, but we will heal.
And earlier today, police identified all 18 of the victims killed at a bowling alley, then a restaurant. Their ages range from 14 to 76 years old. And the current demand for electric vehicles has Ford hitting pause on production at one of its 2 electric battery plants coming to Hardin County. While the first plant is still on schedule to open in 2025, the opening of the second one is delayed. WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Aspen Hester spoke with a resident about what this could mean for that small town.
Thursday, Ford Motor Company announced it's delaying production at its second Blue Oval SK battery plant in Glendale in Hardin County. This comes as the demand for electric vehicles is not as high as anticipated.
This is just a hiccup to give us time to adjust, because there's a lot of adjustments that have to go on in this small town.
Pastor Michael Bell has lived in Glendale for several years. In the years since construction first began, Bell has developed relationships with workers, and now he's curious to know how this delay will impact their jobs.
They were here for a long term, and it seems like that my concern is what's going to happen to them.
Governor Andy Beshear shared on Twitter the Ford project is still on, saying the first battery plant is still on schedule to open in 2025. He says Ford is looking at the demand for electric vehicles to determine flexibility for the second battery plant.
Construction is continuing on both of those battery plants, the 2 biggest battery plants on planet Earth, and all those hundreds upon hundreds of construction jobs are still there. Those folks are still earning a great living.
In a statement, Hardin County Judge Executive Keith Tall says they aren't changing any of their projects. He says, quote, "At this time, we are not slowing down. On the bright side, this may provide more time to complete infrastructure and emergency service improvements." Bell says this project is necessary.
The infrastructure, electricity has moved in and bigger power. So the infrastructure, it gives us a little bit more time to breathe and build that infrastructure.
Overall, he hopes this delay in battery production gives the city of Glendale more time to adjust.
And I pray that the impact of BOSC will not be a deterrent upon our community, but a blessing.
For now, he and so many others are grateful for what's to come. In Glendale, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
And in a statement tonight, a Ford spokesperson wrote, quote, "Our priority is to build a profitable and enduring EV business. That means we will balance growth, scale, and profitability. As part of this, we are slowing down several investments," end quote. We're told they'll keep an eye on customer demand and adjust production based on that. And after several delays, the federal trial for the former LMPD officer who fired blindly into Breonna Taylor's apartment is set to begin. Brett Hankeson is expected in court Monday, accused of using excessive force when he fired 10 rounds into Taylor's apartment while standing outside of it back in 2020. His bullets entered a neighboring apartment where a young child was sleeping. A Jefferson County jury acquitted Hankeson on state charges of endangering Taylor's next-door neighbor just last year. And a Jefferson County judge says triple murder suspect Bryce Rhodes will not face the death penalty. In her ruling, Judge Julie Kalin says testimony yesterday shows Rhodes is intellectually disabled and suffers from a serious mental illness. The case dates back to 2016. Police say Rhodes killed 2 teens after they watched him kill another man. If convicted, the harshest penalty he will face is life without parole. His trial is expected to begin in December. And in a stunning development, Racing Louisville FC and head coach Kim Bjorkegren are parting ways here 2 years after the Swedish manager took the helm. This comes less than 2 weeks since Racing's season ended in a loss to San Diego and their second ninth place finish under Bjorkegren. Now the team will be on the search for their third head coach in 4 seasons. General Manager Ryan Dell says he will lead the search, but has plans to listen to people around the club to help make the right hire.
We have created a list of candidates, and we're excited by that list. I think it's a very diverse list. It's a very strong list, and I think the next leader of Racing Louisville will either be in that or the next wave of people as communications and conversations continue.
Bjorkegren was the first head coach Racing hired after, of course, the Christy Holly scandal. The club was investigated by the National Women's Soccer League and the Players Association for Holly's misconduct with players.